you know, hold tight, inside, let's go. Welcome back to another SSBB video. I'm Jay and this is my 340. I haven't cleaned it since December, so today we're going to get right into it. Going to get rid of all of the bird poo, because there's loads of it, and try and get all this paint back to our original factory standard, because it's covered in swirls and it ain't no good for no one, so let's do it.
What are you trying to find in there, Bill?
Let's get straight into the pre-wash. We'll show you the cut after.
Creamy. Okay.
As you can see, we're filming the new Disney Bugs Life 2. We'll try and get all that off with a bit of a pre-wash and a bit of a scratch and shine. Poo delete. We're doing a poo delete right now.
Nice.
As you can see, we've just pre-washed the wheel and I've literally just given it a little jet wash off. And you can literally see all of the brake dust has come off the wheel without even touching it. And that's because when I bought the wheels, I ceramic coated them. So I'd recommend ceramic coating wheels 100%. You should always do a pre-wash when washing a car, because all of the road grime and stuff will stick to the top of the panel. And once you're in the middle of cleaning it and you get a pad, like a wash mitt, and you start putting it on the panel, you're actually washing all the road grime and grit and tar and stuff into the panel, which causes the panel to have more swirl marks. That's why we always do a pre-wash. That's why you don't leave your car 5 months. I've got to pre-wash it again because there's still loads of rubbish on the car and I can't clean it, while there's been loads of crap on the car because it would just swirl it even more.
Round 2. Fight.
So as you can see, I've just had to pre-wash my car, because where I've left it so long, all of the road grime, all of the dirt, all of the crap off the trees is all sat on the paint, and it's not actually, the pre-wash hasn't actually ate into the dirt and removed it. So what I would recommend, if you're having the same issue as what I'm having, just go back a step, do your pre-wash again and make sure that it actually does remove the road grime and the grit off the panel, because you don't want to be going into the contact wash with a mitt and swirling up the paint even more, which would just be a worse outcome for the paint. So give that a go. If you come down here, there's still a load of bugs and stuff remaining on the panel. I've pre-washed the car twice now. I can't get these off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a snow foam. I'm going to go over the whole car with a snow foam, get a contact mitt, and then I'm going to wash in the snow foam into the panel. That should remove most of the remaining grit and road grime. If it doesn't, what you then can do is you can get a clay bar and go across the top of the panel, and that will remove all of like the road grime. You'll see it like little bits of black like spots and stuff over the panel. But we'll get into that and we'll show you exactly how you use it, because some people don't like using it and they think it's scary. Only
that top note, that cream.
So what we want to be doing now is you want to have a 2 bucket method, one for the dirty water, one for the clean. So once you've wiped the panel, you dip into the dirty bucket, rinse it right off, pull it into the clean bucket, and then you want to apply it onto the panel and make sure you move the foam around the car. Once you've foamed your car, you don't want to be jumping straight into it. You want to be letting it eat all of the crap off the top of the panel, and then you'll see it all just dripping off, as you can see now, Perry, if you pan around to the car. So now you want to get the contact mitt on the panel, work it right in Obviously straight motions, you don't want to be going round in circles because that's how you create swirl marks. You're going to be doing wax on, wax off. So as you can see, we've done the pre-wash, we've done the snow foam, we've done the contact wash. This is the final results just after those 2 simple stages. What you can do now is, before going into the clay barring, there's this stuff called magma from Autogleam, and this is like an iron fallout remover. So up the side of the car here, Perry, as you can see, on the side skirts, there's like loads of little rust marks, little marks all over the side skirts. So what you do with this stuff is you give it a little spray over like that, and what you should start seeing is it should look like it's bleeding. You'll start seeing it react in a moment. You'll start seeing it go red, purpley, and that is basically all the iron on the road, all the road grit that comes off the side skirt will start reacting, and it will start eating itself and dissolving off the paint. What you then do is just jet it off with jet wash. As you can see now, it's reacting now, and that is simply just eating all of the iron off the side of the side skirt. Really, you don't want to be getting that mixed up in a machine polish, because that will start scratching the panel up. So that's one of the good steps you can take, removing that sort of stuff. We'll leave that on the panel for a couple of minutes, and we'll jet wash that straight off. It's very corrosive stuff, so you want to make sure that you properly rinse the panel off, otherwise it will eat through the paint. Now we're going to get into the clay barring. You can buy any old clay bar really. I've got a Halford's one, nothing special, doesn't need to be premium branded. Now what you want to do, get the clay bar out of the packet as I've done, squidge it about a little bit, get it soft. What you want to do, squidge it about, open it up, dip it in your water. Now come over to the panel, just want to gently just rub it like this over the panel. And you can hear it gliding across the panel. It sounds like it's almost scratching it, but it's not. It's actually picking up all of the rubbish off the panel. As you can see, just by doing a quick little pass once over, you can see it's already taken the stuff off the top of the paint. Once you've then done that, you want to give it a little fold over so that all of that dirt goes inside the clay bar. Give it a little squidge again. Get it all nice. Dip it in your water again, and then go back to your panel. And ideally, you want to do little sections at a time. Give it a little fold over, and then get right into it. It is such a long process, but it's so worth it afterwards. Again, just taking out a couple of little marks, nothing major. Fold it over, and you rinse and repeat that until the process is done. And once it's all done, such a good finish. Car as smooth as a baby's bottom. So literally after just clay bar in this wing, you can literally, I don't know if the mic will pick it up at all, but you can literally hear the difference, you can feel the difference. Like it's such a better finish. So I definitely recommend clay bar in a car. Just make sure you do all the step-by-step process so you don't end up gouging the paint or putting any more swell marks on the car. Obviously, when you clay bar, you're decontaminating the whole paintwork, so it's getting rid of every single bit of like crud, like dirt, road grime. It's getting rid of it all. So once I come to as you machine polishing it, it will give it the best result possible. It won't create any more swells, and it will actually eliminate all of the swell marks that are on the car. So yeah. going to be using Fretclar G360 super fast and super fine finish. So this will literally take out the top layer of swells and any imperfections in the top of the paintwork, in the top of the lacquer. And it will just gently cut the finest part of the lacquer away, and it will bring it back to that factory shine. So as you can see on the panel, quickly give it an old dollop, give her a little dolloper. So what you want to be doing is you just want to gently let the polisher do its thing. You don't want to be pushing down super hard. Just let the polisher glide across the top of the panel and make sure it's working in that polish that you've just applied on the pad. Don't want to be pushing down hard, because then you're putting friction on the panel, which makes the panel super hot. When the panel gets super hot, yes, you want it to get hot because it is actually then cutting it, but you don't want to get too hot because then it will eat through the paint. So you just want to let it do its thing. Keep working over the areas until you think that you've worked it enough, and then once you wipe it off, you can see whether you've cut it enough. But you don't want to leave the polish on too long, because then it goes hard and then it's a nightmare to get off the panel. So as you can see now, if Perry pans down, it should have taken the top layer of those swells out and bring it back to that factory paint, that paint finish. If you come over here, Pez, zoom right in on there. See, I've got some real deep scratches. Let's see if we can get them out with the machine polish. Have a little go. As you can see, it's definitely reduced it. It might not have eliminated it 100%, but it definitely made it a lot better. So it just goes to show you that the super fast finish is a decent product to be using on a car to get rid of swell marks. One thing to be mindful when you are machine polishing, obviously you've got these sharp swage lines across the bonnet, on the doors, on the wings. If you do sit there with the machine polisher not moving, it will burn through the paint. So you do have to be careful. You've got to keep the machine actually moving, not too fast, not too slow. You need that perfect rhythm. So you just need to go across the panel, do little motions. Don't do a whole bonnet at a time, because obviously the polish will bake on and then it's a nightmare to get off. Just do little square panels. Just remember where you've been. Once you've done that, then wipe it off. Start on your next section, polish it, wipe it off. Start your next section, wipe it, polish off. Keep doing the same process until the whole bonnet's done, and then you can look back at it in the sunlight or a UV light or phone light or whatever, and see if you've actually got rid of all of the swell marks, because you might have missed some. That's all I'd probably say and suggest everyone does, really. There's two different types of polishers you can use, or you can get hold of. This is an old rotary one, which is more for like body shops. It's more for getting rid of like the flat paintwork and buffing it right up. Where you can get a detailing one, which is a dual action, which is actually safer to use. I would technically use a dual action if I was going to get into detailing. Rotaries are quite dangerous and they can jump off the panel and damage paint, so just be mindful of what you're buying and what you're trying out and using. Let's get into it. So that's the second video that we filmed today. That's going to be going on the channel tonight. This is Perry, if everyone doesn't know. He's the main videoer, does all the bad boy cinematics. You're going to see a lot more of him in the next couple of videos. Not only that, we're going to have Cam as well, but Cam's obviously been busy at work and stuff, so he's missed out on the videos, but we've got some big videos up in the pipeline. Obviously we're going to have like a sofa and stuff. We're going to be doing like a little casting couch, but not a dirty one, you know, a car content related one. But yeah, I feel like,
well, it's not just that. We're going to be sort of introducing us, the cars that we have, you know, what we've done to the cars, the modifications, the story behind the cars, that sort of thing. We're planning road trips as well, which is another main thing. Potentially we're also going to be looking at builds. So might be buying like an old school car, restoring it, modifying it, taking it to shows, things like that, which I think, you know, would be quite good for people to watch.
yeah, doing the car reviews, I feel like that'll be a good talking point as well. Not only that, for our fans, and you know, exploring the builds of the local area where we actually live, because obviously there is people from up north, there's people abroad, you know, so we'd like to cover some builds over in Kent where we are based. I feel like that would be a great opportunity for everyone, and not only that, we'd like to give back to the fans as well, and we'd like to actually show other people what people have actually created around where we live, so that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, we've got quite a few cars that want to be on the channel. We've got some old Jap, we've got some German, we've got some really fast cars which would be quite good.
Yeah.
First of all, we're just going to try and get some more camera gear, so it'll be GoPros, you know, different mounting things, but also at the moment we're just testing the waters, you know, with
we don't want to invest too we don't want to invest too hard in something that might not actually take off. Not that we're doing it to take off, but we obviously do want it to take off. And long-term goals is to eventually have like a workshop garage that we can actually have fans over, where they can actually use the rent and not have to worry about, oh, you know, I haven't got a spare £200 to rent a workshop off of someone. You know, we can go to SSBB, which is a free of charge use, and you know, people can mingle with the cars and coffee there and stuff like that. That's the main goal, is to get a massive workshop and have all of our fans and friends and stuff around to actually use that as, you know, like a home base, as like a crew pad, which would be pretty fucking cool.
I think a lot of the time people assume that the car scene is dead.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is. I think it's just split up a bit. There's a lot of diverse cars out there. A lot of the time they don't mingle together, but for us, we want all the car community to sort of come together. And you know, the cars and coffee is not just going to be like, you can only bring a supercar, you can only bring a classic car.
It's everything, isn't it? It's all car enthusiasts, not people that just put a Halford sticker on their car and go, yeah, no, you know, some people haven't got the money or the, you know, the backing to be able to spend thousands into project cars. Like, you know, we ain't got that, and that's why we want to try and build a YouTube channel where we can be successful and help everyone out, you know, do giveaways and, you know, pull random people in as in fans and do their car up for them. That'd be pretty cool. Do a build like that, build series, build, you know, put someone's car on coilovers, nice set of wheels. That's the main thing to give back to everyone else as a car community. But without your backing and your support, this won't be possible. So all we ask is for you to drop us a like, comment what you want to see next, give us a subscribe, give us a share, you know, shout us out. Even if you're a big brand yourself, like, sponsorships will go a long way, helping us build and reach the next milestone. Obviously our milestone at the moment is trying to get to 1,000 subs. That you know, we're only on 46 at the moment. That feels like it's a long way away, but anything's possible. It really is. We've been going, what, a week now, 2 weeks? One of our videos on TikTok, 35,000 views now. It's just, yeah, it just takes that one video to go bang and boom off, and we'll be there, but without everyone's support. So if you can, subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Give us a few ideas on what you want to see next. But thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Better than a cold water. We need to clean wheel. Very dusty, very bad, not good for brake horsepower. Minuses, we got bird shit on windscreen, no good.
Is this on the phone?
Yeah, just mid convo with Camage Stanage, not in the video again because he's at work.
The cam shut off.